The first fighter on the card is Nathan Captain Kirk. The man from Stableford has had an up and down year, but now he wants to finish 2018 strongly. If he wins this one, there could be a Midlands title fight in December. Here's Nathan Kirk.
I am the best thing since sliced bread, and I will destroy anything in my path. Mental, bonkers, nuts. My name's Nathan Kirk, also known as the Captain, hashtag Star Trek, and soon to be, with hope, Midlands champion. I've got a little boy on the way, which is great. The likelihood is that he will probably hate sport and it will kill me inside. My wife's very academic, so you know, I hope he gets her brains, my brawn, and make me millions. I got married, so I had a bit of time out. I got ill, so I had a bit of time out. I got injured, so I had a bit of time out. I've still been in the gym though. I think I'd be silly not to be in the gym, but I want to be getting more fights under my belt. I'm gonna look pretty for a couple of rounds, and then I'll start to chop in some big shots. But I'm hoping to go the distance, get the rounds in, with the view to just sort of looking good, getting some rounds under my belt, and then big title in December. Long-term, quick prediction: Midlands title win by stoppage in the late rounds, and then I'll get a phone call from Eddie to fight one of his top boys, and I'll either go out in a blaze of glory with a knockout, or I'll walk onto a silly shot and probably hang up the gloves.
What a character. Nina, where do you see this one going? Is it going in Nathan's favour?
Like I say, I've not seen a lot of Nathan. His last fight, you know, I know he got a win there, and then he's had a lot of injury or illness from then. So, you know, I know he's a good fighter, he's got the ability to. I do think he's wanting this to be a stepping stone, obviously, to make the title fight.
I think that it's all about where he's been, you know what I mean? What has he been doing while he's been off? Psychologically, physically, how's his training camp been? Being out for nearly over a year with a lot of setbacks, you know, this is what Nathan needs to come here and prove a point.
He had his tonsils out just 4 weeks ago. How difficult will it be for him to step in the ring now?
It's difficult. It's a difficult game. You go in them 4 ropes, it's a lonely place if you're not fit, you know? So I believe that Nathan has to make a statement tonight.
Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Here's MC for the evening, David Basson.
He's from Stapleford in Nottinghamshire. It is Nathan Captain Kirk!
And here he comes, a charismatic entrance as always from Stableford's Captain Kirk.
Nathan's got to make a statement tonight. He looks very determined.
He's walking out like Muhammad Ali, I love it.
Well, he's a showman, our Nathan, isn't he? He's always got showmanship, but he's got to bring that in the ring and switch it on now and become serious and focused.
How can he translate that character into his performance tonight?
Well, he's got a showmanship. He can bring that into the boxing ring, but he has to switch on now. He has to be serious.
And an emphatic entrance. Let's go back to the MC, David Basson.
Wearing the gold trunks with the black trim. He comes to a professional record of 10 wins, just 3 defeats. 3 of those wins coming inside the scheduled distance. He weighed in at 9 stone, 13 pounds and 8 ounces. He's from Stapleford in Nottinghamshire. Let's hear it for Nathan Captain Kirk! Your timekeepers, Mr. Martin Fallon, and your referee, Mr. Chris Dean 4 3-minute rounds.
And you heard the roar from basically half of Stableford's here behind him, Baz.
Absolutely, Nottingham's in full force behind him, and you know Nathan's got to switch on, and I believe he will. I don't know much about this Chowdhury, but you know Nathan needs to make a statement.
Well, Chowdhury's lost 28 fights out of 28, so if Nathan doesn't win this, I mean, that you have to say it's probably down to the illnesses he's struggled with.
But you know when you've been out of the ring for that long, you know, it only takes one shot. Records don't mean nothing when you're in these ropes.
Nathan's always involved in an exciting fight. He puts everything on the line. It naturally gets caught with punches that other fighters who are a bit more clean might not.
He seems really focused. You know, he's starting to use his jab really well as well. So let's see how this carries on.
Nathan's last outing was right here in March 31st, and he won that fight on points. And I mean, he can do that again today for sure.
You know, he's very relaxed considering he's been out of the ring for nearly a year. He looks very relaxed and composed.
He's on the front foot. He's not letting Chowdhury do much. He's just throwing out that jab, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, he's smothering his work. He's trying to smother him, not letting him work. He's hitting that body well as well, so let's see if we can slow Chowdhury down with them body shots.
And that's so important against these journeymen, is working the levels throughout the fight.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, he's got to put people like Chowdhury away. If you see, he's taking his time a lot. He's trying to figure him out, trying to work him out at the minute.
Nathan, this time last year, was fighting at Villa Park for a Midlands title. He got knocked out on that day, but he's been knocked out before that as well, and he hasn't let it stop him. And if he wins this, he did say to me, it's almost a done deal that in December he'll have a Midlands title fight.
Well, he's got everything to fight for today, and you know, he's a durable kid. I don't think that knockout would have set him back. You know, he seems very focused, and you know, he's trying to work Chowdhury out, but he's got to be working all the way through this.
This is the first fight on Notts TV, but there's already been an epic undercard. And just Baz, how happy have you been with how the night's been going and the atmosphere that's been built up in this arena?
Oh, it's an absolute fantastic atmosphere. I've not seen an atmosphere like this at Harvey Adam Nottingham for a very, very long time. And you know, I believe that we've got a really, really good group of young boxers that are coming through, and we can really put Nottingham back on the map again.
I know that Nathan would love a KO, but I think today is more about the rounds, taking it long, just getting those rounds under his belt. You see, he's almost toying with him a little bit.
Absolutely, I think Nathan's camp would be happy with him getting the rounds in today. You know, just getting back into it, nice and slowly, and building up to that, you know, Midlands title fight.
He's told me, I've probably asked this question to him about 5 times. Has it affected your mindset? Has it changed? But he is adamant that nothing's changed. He's still going to go for it. And as you saw from the first round there, he hasn't left anything in the knockout.
Nah, there was some.
And you can see the arena there, all its glory, and how packed it is tonight.
It's a fantastic night of boxing, you know, here in Nottingham. And, you know, Nottingham could be back on the map.
And once again, the clinging. We've seen this a lot on this level of boxing, the local scene. You get that when you fight these journeymen, it's just about preventing the knockout.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is what happens, you know, as in the early part of a boxing career. You end up getting a lot of journeymen who are just in there to survive, and they can make the fight quite messy. But it's development work, you know, lovely shots to the body again there, you know, I can really see Chowdhury kind of face clinching in pain there, so that kind of got through.
He's an experienced boxer. He's fought 112 rounds in his career, and that's against Nathan's 57. And Nathan himself has been here on the boxing scene for years, and he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. I mean, these journeyman boxers, they know how to survive, and they know how to make it awkward. and you know that's what they do in the fight in nearly every couple of weeks. So Nathan has to kind of try and get this guy out of here, and working the body's kind of working for him really well.
What always stands out about Nathan is that every other boxer in the locker room loves having him around. He brings a smile to everyone's face, and I love the change when he gets in the ring. He's a warrior, just like you can see now.
Like I said earlier on, you've got to switch on when you're in the ring. And you know, Nathan is a charismatic young man. He always brings laughter wherever he goes. But when you get in the ring, you've got to switch on.
You see that Nathan likes working in those close quarters. He's not someone who fights at range. He uses his jab to get in close and go to work.
Yeah, lovely little uppercut when he's inside. Look again, there was another lovely body shot. He's starting to switch to the body and then go straight to the head, which is starting to work.
And again, it's frustrating, isn't it, Baz, the clinging on?
Yeah, I think Nathan just wants to work really. He doesn't want to be, you know, clinching, and Chadri's trying to survive.
And for someone like Nathan who loves playing to the crowd, he knows what a knockout would do to almost wake this crowd up and really start the chanting.
Absolutely. If Nathan could stop this kid, it will really bring the crowd alive. You know, but he's doing really well, you know, considering he's been out for a year. He's coming back really well. He's catching them shots to the body, coming to the head, you know, doing really well. I'm really impressed.
It's very frustrating for him that the clinging's happening, but 2 rounds and dominant display so far.
I've got Nathan winning both them rounds.
You can see he's trying to work, but when the opponent's not giving anything, it's very difficult because there's no mistakes to bounce off.
Yeah, I mean, these journeymen are very good at surviving and messing the fight, holding and clinching. So, you know, Nathan's doing really well to pull off them shots to the body. Lovely little uppercut there. You know, so he is starting to tag him a little bit more.
Again, you can see he's finding his range there.
He's got to be careful not to leave himself open. Chadri did get that little right hand over the top there.
3rd round coming up. 2 rounds away from a Midlands title fight.
Yep, he's got everything to fight for. Nice little jabs. You know, building off the jab, jabbing a little left hook there, fantastic. I think there's a little bit more zip in Nathan this round.
It's cool, calm, collected, but again, there's just not much he can do.
Chadri's clinching. Nathan seems to have a little bit more purpose in this round though, you know, using that jab, coming back, you know, working off the jab, and then a little body shot there again. It'll be good for Nathan to get these rounds in anyway, you know.
Definitely will benefit his career. He's 29 years old now, and he's realistic with his ambitions. For him, a Midlands title would be huge, and maybe after that, go and get a big payday on one of the Sky Sports BT shows, where you might not be fancied, but you go in there, you give it your all, and you walk away with a few grand. Anything's
possible, Jay. Anything's possible. I think Nathan's showing a little bit of frustration with Chadri keep clinching him. What he's got to be careful, he's got to keep his focus and not get carried away with trying to get a stoppage. Beautiful. Excellent 3 shots to the body there. Chadri seems to have took them well.
Chadri's the sort of fighter who can stink the place out, really, isn't he?
He's just trying to survive. He's trying to survive. But, you know, Nathan's doing really good work to the body. And I think Chadri's hands are starting to drop so we can start coming back up and going to the head.
I suppose that's where the longer rounds benefit. Like, it's quite easy to get through not easy, but it's in comparison, going through 4 rounds, you can keep energetic and keep the hands up, but when you start going 6, 10, 12, that's when it gets hard to keep form throughout.
Absolutely, Jay. Bang on, mate. Obviously, you know, he's used to doing 4 rounds, but even though when you've been out for a year and you're coming back and doing them 4 rounds, you know, it can really take a lot out of you. But, you know, gradually he's got to start making that step up to 6 and then to 8.
Again, going to work against the ropes is all that he can do, really. I have to say a word to Nathan's trainer, Scott Kalo. He's not only been training his boxers for this night, he's also put the whole event on, and what a job he's done.
Credit to Scott. You know, we need people like Scott to really get boxing back on the map in Nottingham. He does a lot of work here, you know, promoting, management, organising. Fantastic guy, and you know, credit to him.
End of another round, and it's people like Nathan who can create a launch pad for Nottinghamshire boxing.
3 rounds in the bag.
And there he is with trainer Scott. Now it's his last round. Just get through it. He's up on points. It's just now about get some rounds under your belt ahead of that big fight in December.
Absolutely. I mean, I see Nathan coming out strong in this last round, trying to make a statement.
A lovely left-hand uppercut there.
Chadwick again trying to clinch, survive.
I know that Nathan loves a body shot. He loves just twisting on his feet and throwing the left hook to the body. It's his favourite punch, and if he can land that cleanly, then who knows, we might still get a knockout in this fight.
Absolutely, he did that little pivot, left uppercut. He caught Chowdhury a couple of times with that shot. 4th and final round then, Gate, what do you reckon?
Nathan up on my card on all 3 rounds, and there's only one way this is going, Baz.
He's coming in with them jabs, working behind them jabs really well. Caught Chowdhury with a beautiful right hand here again. Again, Chowdhury's trying to clinch, survive.
And you have to crowds have to appreciate that in fights like this.
Lovely
Chowdhury's probably got a fight lined up next week, so it's not about a win for him. He just wants to get through it, and Nathan's doing everything that he can to not allow that to happen.
Absolutely, because if Chowdhury did get stopped, he would have to take a period of time out of boxing, which could obviously affect him making more money.
Just to put into context, Chowdhury's 28 fights have all come in 1 year. So out of 52 weeks, he's fought 28 times, which is just astonishing.
Absolutely, it's for journeymen, it's a way of making money. It's not about winning, and it's a shame. You know, boxing's about that, but these guys are made for people to develop on and learn off. You know, and Nathan seems to be coming strong, but he's got to be careful that he don't leave himself open.
Got caught there by a right hand.
He's got to hold on and survive this. Again, this is what I was saying. He's got to not lose focus.
He's hurt.
He's got to be careful.
And that's what I said earlier. He does leave himself open. He even said himself he doesn't like fighting journeymen because he leaves himself open to get caught, and it's a no-win situation in these fights.
He's got a cut on his right hand side of his eye now as well, cut under his eye. Again, you know, he's got to keep that focus. When you lose that focus, it could be a split second and you get caught with one shot and you see exactly what just happened.
And he's lucky that that's below the eye, because if it was on the eye, anything can happen. This fight could be finished as we speak.
Absolutely. And the thing is, he's got 3 rounds in the bag, but he could have very easily, if Chowdhury could have banged it, you know, it could have been curtains.
And that's why you need to be careful. When you are up on points, you're in the final round, just be careful, keep your guard up, and don't go for those wild punches, which clearly Nathan was trying to do at the start of this round.
He's got to back off, start boxing behind that jab again, rather than coming straight in with no guard. Finish the round off, get the victory, and then focus on the Midlands title.
And you don't want to be getting cuts, and take a while to heal, keep you out of sparring. It's not going to help his progress towards that.
Chowdhury seems to have got some confidence after that, and he's starting to come on strong, starting to have that self-belief that he could actually maybe stop Nathan.
And there it is, and surely a Nathan win.
No doubt about it, but you know, there was warning signs and it was a bit dangerous there.
Your referee scores the contest 40 points to 30.
confirmed, Baz, he's got the win.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. 4 rounds in the bag. What a good win. Great stuff. Now we can just focus on that Midlands title fight. Scott seems happy.
Yeah, he's milking the moment, getting his photos. Nina, what did you make of that fight?
I think we're going to be a bit more tidier, but like you say, a bit of ring rust there. He said he's only had surgery 4 weeks ago, but a bit of tying up going on. But yeah,
we can see the character.
yeah, he definitely makes it entertaining.
He's a natural showman, isn't he?
I suppose that's why it's a shame that the fight we didn't get the KO, he didn't get the exciting win.
No, you don't understand. This is absolutely amazing for him. 4 rounds in the bag, a victory. You know, he's had a lot of setbacks. Here he is.
And he's joining us now. If you grab that microphone for me, Nathan. If he could just about hold it.
I didn't know I was playing football with headers.
Nathan, a win. I know you got the cut to the eye towards the end. How did that go for you?
It's Halloween soon, so I thought I'd start dressing up early. But yeah, it was a nice steady tick over. Threw some good shots, caught me a couple of times. But it's nice to get hit.
Nathan, I thought you had 3 rounds in the bag. Then it kind of felt like you lost a bit of focus. You tried to take him out and got caught. What did you think?
I was told with a 10-rounder coming up soon, just step it up a little bit. And he tucked up well and caught him with his head on the way in. But needless to say, after that, he followed it up with some good shots. I was too busy complaining to the ref about the header, and he caught me some good shots afterwards. But, you know, I've shown people I can get hit and come through it.
Nathan, is that confirmed then in December you're going to have that Midlands title fight?
Well, the board are behind us watching that. I think there's parts of that they won't have liked, and there's parts of it that show. And at the end of the day, I find it difficult to do 4 rounds. My pace is set for 10. So hopefully they can see that, and hopefully we'll know within a few weeks.
Nathan, there has been setbacks where, you know, you was ready to fight and they got pulled, and you've been out for nearly a year. How did it feel getting back in the ring tonight?
Yeah, it's really good. A lot of support here. Great venue. Scott Kalo, Joe Aldeef, put on a great show, and I wanted to catch him with some good shots to make the crowd roar a bit. But yeah, I think overall I landed some good shots, a few things to work on. But yeah, I'm ready for another one now. Get me in there.
Nathan, congratulations. I'll take the mic off you.
Thank you.
You enjoy your night. Next up, we have a man from Newark who's been out of the ring for over a year. Chad Sugden, he put on a bit of weight over the time. Sorry about that.